The mood is just crazy, so yeah, just enjoy and I'll catch you up later.
Hello and welcome back to yet another video of the 21 in 21 series. Good to see you again, and thanks again for all your support and watching my videos. I hope I could inspire you a little bit with this kind of crazy project. And some time ago I actually just did a Q&A on my community tab on the YouTube channel, and I got quite some questions from you, and before the year ends I think it's time to answer them one by one. And yeah, let's go and let's look what things you want to know. So we start with the first question, and who EM82 wants to know, hey Max, congratulations to your project, thanks. And what's your next goals? Which summit has been the toughest for you, like physical and psychologically? Which kind of stuff you always had with you, besides your camera? So like kind of your top gear list, and yeah, I want to know which kind of idea you had behind the way you climbed the mountains. So quite some questions in one question, so I just like wanna go through them one by one. What are my next goals? My probably main goal is to work more and more and full time as a photographer and videographer. That's my biggest goal. Like doing what I love, being outside in the mountains, shooting for brands, doing video stuff for brands, and get paid for that and make a living of that. So that's my main big goal, just for this. Then which summit was the most challenging one? That's kind of a tough one, because like in terms of like psychologically, the toughest one was probably the Dordogne, with the flank, what I already talked about in the Scariest Moments movie. In terms of technicality and most difficulty, yeah, I think I agree that the Schreckhorn has the most technically normal route on the 4,000 meter peaks in the Alps. I would agree to that, but we didn't have like a big problem. So I think the Dordogne was definitely way more challenging, even though it's much easier in normal conditions, kind of like. And like my top gear list, what I always brought with me. It would be a pretty long video if I would talk about like all this kind of stuff, but I think I keep things pretty short. I pretty always had kind of boots, either the Phantom Tech in summer or the Rebel Tech 2.0. Always brought some glacier gear, like a knife, T-block, micro tracks, some carabiners and an ice screw. For sure, rope, an ice axe, sunglasses, and a helmet. I think that's maybe the most kind of compressed things that I always brought with me, and mostly a hard shell jacket or wind jacket. So I think that's what I mostly brought about. Then last but not least, what was like, how did you plan the order of the peaks when you would climb them? Yeah, I thought about before the project, kind of a list when I would want to climb the peaks, and in the end it worked out pretty well. And I just like looked at which kind of peaks I could climb with skis, which would make sense because it's way easier to get down. And yeah, I think ski mountaineering is like way cooler than normal climbing because of the descent, and that was like so the first 7 peaks were pretty fixed because I never would go on the Strahlhorn by my foot, you know. Not offending, but it's so much better to ski down and not walk all the way out. The same thing counts for the Bieshorn. The Bieshorn was kind of like I would have loved to do the traverse, the North Ridge of the Weisshorn, but I wasn't sure if conditions would be good in summer, and that's why I did it with skis. There was just like kind of like a backup to have it for sure. And if I would go over the North Ridge to the Weisshorn, I just would have climbed it 2 times, but better 2 times than not a single time. And then we have like all the Bernese peaks with the Fischerhorn and the Großgrünhorn and also the Letschhorn. For me, these ones are classic ski peaks, and if you're planning them, I highly recommend to do them with skis, because it's so much easier and the distances are immense. You know, I just like tell you something. When you ski down from the Jungfraujoch down to the Concordia place, this will be 7 kilometers. And if you stand up there, you probably won't believe that these are 7 kilometers. So it's a far distance to go. That's why it makes so much sense to go with skis over there. And also with the Pitzbernina, it's pretty doable as a single push from the valley with skis. And I would have loved to climb the Bianco Ridge, and I will climb it in the future sometime. Definitely gonna do that. But I just like try to get as much peaks done with skis and in the winter, springtime, to don't get in a stressful situation in the summertime. And so that's why I was like, I thought like, okay, I just want to go for the Pitzbernina also in winter with skis. And in summertime it was like kind of fixed, as I thought like all the spaghetti peaks will be good in July, which was pretty good when we did it. We had kind of a waiting game, but when we went there we had pretty perfect conditions. And also with the Weisshorn, which is usually good in July. That's what I knew just like from the years before, when people climbed it, and I just like talked about the conditions with them. And then we have like in the end we had just like the Landspitz and the Schreckhorn. The Schreckhorn is a classic rock tour, where you usually go in August when it's dry. So it was pretty given when to climb that. And that we would climb the Landspitz as the last one over the North Face was just like a matter of the weather of the 2021. So yeah, so in the end I planned to go over the East Ridge, but yeah, we climbed the face because the conditions been quite amazing. So yeah, I think that's like how the order came to its happening. So I hope you could understand why. So next question, F.A asks, first of all, congrats to your success, thanks again. After having completed this project, what do you have in mind regarding mountains? Do you want to keep your focus on the Alps or explore other regions? So first, thanks for your question, and for your congratulations as said before. For me, the Alps are always kind of home to me, and will always stay home for me. And I love to be in the Alps and love to climb here in the Alps. And I think the next future I mostly will do stuff here in the Alps. Also in kind of, yeah, I try to reduce my ecologically footprint by not traveling too often by plane. And yeah, I'm totally fine climbing here in the Alps. But yeah, you never know what the future brings. I definitely have some countries and places I want to visit, not just for climbing, but also for traveling and for shooting, for photographing, stuff like that. Like Greenland would be amazing to go there. Antarctica would be a big dream of mine. And yeah, so yeah, I think I just go with the flow and see what happens. But personally, I'm for sure I'm open to climb on other places. But I'm also gonna find some adventures here in the Alps. Mr. Mario Fitz asks, hey Max, congratulations to this project and the way you did it. Thanks again. My question is, what situation was the most dangerous one on the whole project, and could it have been avoided to get in this kind of situation? This is a tough one. I think, as I told before, the situation in the Dordogne was not really funny. We solved it pretty good. In this kind of situation, in my opinion, it's been, for sure you could have gone with a rope. This would have made the thing a little bit less dangerous. The best thing would be to go there in good conditions, and it was pretty impossible to find out the conditions due to the corona situation. So the best way would have been probably to come 1 year later, or go in summertime, but this wasn't an option for me. So in this situation, I think yeah, that's like, it's the way it is when you have a project where you want to climb 21 4,000 meter peaks. You have to stay safe, but still have to go a little bit, yeah, it's, I think when you do a project like that, and you go to a mountain where it's like the guidebook says you need to climb grade 3 and not mixed or whatever, I think you should be able to do more than what is needed for this mountain. To be able to climb the mountain even if the conditions aren't too good. So that's my personal opinion. And the second really dangerous situation was the rock fall on the Weisshorn, where I was like, it was so close that a rock hit me on my head, and I think it wasn't really, there wasn't anything that I could have done, because I looked where could I stand to put my crampons on. It was, yeah, it was, I did what I could, and in the end I couldn't avoid it. I just like went straight back, and so in the end the rock didn't hit me, but I think I tried my best. For sure, what you could have done, just in a retrospective, you could have descended all together or closer together, because I think that the rock came from another rope party, which released them. Not like, I'm not offending them, that this can happen when you're in the mountains, especially on high altitude when you're tired. This can happen. So yeah, I think this could have been done to descend together with them, but yeah, in the situation where we were, I tried my best, and I couldn't avoid that the rock came down. But that's like the small risk that you always have when you go in the mountains, and you can't avoid it. Even though you prepare your best, you think about it, and I knew when we went up there that this is a dangerous place. So I knew it. But in the end, everything went well, but this can turn out very bad, but that's life in the mountains. So we have the next question from 23 Werder fan. How are you dealing with the situation that after such a long time you reached your goal? Do you have any problems, like a down after having reached your goal, or do you have just new goals, and if yes, which ones you have? First of all, I was like pretty happy when the project ended. In the moment when we reached the Lenzspitz, I really didn't realize that I made it. It was really overwhelming, because even though things looked pretty good maybe from seeing outside, I never was really sure if I would be able to make it. But on the other hand, it was a lot of stress, this project, as I was acting kind of like a photographer, videographer, as the athlete, as the man who's planning all of this, and also I had like the pressure for myself, because I really wanted to reach this goal. I just like didn't want to be one of them who's talking quite a lot of big words. I'm gonna do that and that, and in the end not make this what I told people. So it was kind of a relief when I finished, but it was never in whole. So I don't wanna I don't know what to do next. So I never had this kind of problem. And yeah, I think the next goals, I know I have some routes I want to do, as mentioned before, like the Bianco Ridge. I want to climb some stuff in Chamonix, which I want to do since a long time, and go shooting there. So yeah, I don't know. I think we will see what happens next. But to answer your question, really, I didn't have any problems or like an depression after finishing off the project. It was just like a good moment, and I still really look back thankful to being able to complete this project. Then we have the next question from Marco Hackenberg. Which of the 4,000 meter peaks was the most difficult one? And again, congratulations to the project. As mentioned before, in terms of difficulties, I think the Schreckhorn is definitely, in terms of climbing, the most demanding one. In terms of conditions, the Dordogne, as mentioned before. Then next question, Hans Dampf asking about a video, how I organize my trips, and like how I'm traveling with my bus, and like how did I get all the knowledge about high alpine terrain, high alpine mountaineering, and all this kind of stuff. About the first two things, yeah, thinking about doing kind of this kind of video in the future about the bus and or the van, and about like how to plan a tour. Good input, thanks for that. To the other question, how did I get my knowledge? As you probably know, I'm working, or my main occupation is medical doctor, and in terms of my education, I did the international diploma of mountain medicine, which is a lot about like things that happen when you're up there in high altitude, or all the avalanche stuff. But it's kind of a really compressed and good mountaineering education, where you learn quite a lot of stuff. And this was definitely helpful to like learn how to move on glaciers, how glaciers work, all this kind of stuff. And then for me the key was like to go on tours with many different kind of people, because there's not the single thing how you should do this. There are a lot of different possibilities in mountaineering, and with all the knots and with the rope techniques. And I think if you like go with different partners and learn from them, that's what I think will help you a lot. And also I went to the Jungfrau like 6 years ago, and took a mountain guide, and I learned really a lot on this day. So that's also a recommendation from my side, to take maybe a mountain guide for one day, and look that you have still some spare time after the tour, to repeat and learn some stuff from this guy, because these guys really know what to do and how to act. Then we come to the next question. Lena Woods says, congratulations to the project for finishing it. Been really exciting to follow you. She wants to know if there were moments on a project where I had like doubts if I would make it, and what kind of strategies I had to believe in myself that I would make it. And then the next question she has, how could you manage it to do this kind of project besides working as a medical doctor? To the first question, were there many moments of doubt? Definitely, especially in summer, where the weather was really bad. And yeah, I had like 4 weeks of holidays, and I wanted to climb as many of the peaks in this period of the 4 weeks where I had holidays. And due to the immense snowfall and the high alpine terrain, things didn't work out like I would have imagined. But I think what helped a lot was like I just like stayed calm. I said like, okay, yeah, it's snowing right now, and the whole next week will be bad weather, but I won't like change my plan. Next, what I want to do is to do the spaghetti tour. These are 18 4,000 meter peaks. 11 of them I haven't climbed before, so that's my goal. I'm gonna focus on that, and we wait for the weather window, and then we're gonna go for that. And one thing after the other, and so I think patience is the key, always in mountaineering, and staying calm in this kind of situations is also the key, and this helped me, and in the end it worked out pretty well. And the next question, how did I manage it to do this kind of project beside working as a medical doctor? Yeah, you should know I'm just working 50% as a medical doctor nowadays. I did 100% till last year. It's all about managing your time. That's the thing. And like when you see you have time, when you see the conditions are good, then you just have to go. And I think it's just like a lot of good management of your time that you have, and then things can work out. But for sure, working as a medical doctor, there are weeks where I work and maybe conditions would be perfect, but then I just have to work. And so yeah, in the end you just like need to take what you get. Then we have the next question from Kruxler. He says the video of about the scariest moments was really interesting, and I want to know which lines are the most beautiful ones on the 4,000 meter peaks. And I think that's a really good question, and I think I'm gonna do a whole video about it, but not this year. I'm gonna do this next year because it will require quite some work and maybe some more filming of all the peaks. But yeah, thanks for the question, and yeah, just like keep on following me, and I'll keep you posted and hope to realize this video soon. Then Christian wants to know, will you be going for all the 82 4,000 meter peaks in the Alps, and if so, how many peaks are missing? Not sure if I'm gonna do this because I'm probably not good enough to climb the Putteret ridge. That's why, yeah, I'm not sure. I definitely want to climb some more peaks. Right now I have climbed about 53 4,000 meter peaks of the Alps, so it's about around 30 4,000 meter peaks missing of all the 82. Probably in the end maybe I'm gonna do like 70 or something like that, but I'm not focusing mainly on these peaks because and for sure I won't do like a next project like 22 and 22. That's not what I'm gonna do, because it was a good experience, this kind of project, but it was way more stressful than I imagined when I just like started this kind of thing, when the idea formed and I like talked to all the brands. I thought like, yeah, it's gonna be a challenge, but it's been, in the end, it's been way more challenging to keep all things together as an athlete, photographer, videographer, and planner of all the whole thing. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna climb some more 4,000 meter peaks, and definitely will do some videos here on this channel. I think I have most of the 4,000 meter peaks in Switzerland are already as a video available on this channel, and I want to kind of complete this. So that's what I have kind of in my mind. But yeah, let's see when we make that. Then we have George Engelhardt. Congratulations to this project and to the achievement that make just the best ones. He would suggest that I would do the whole project again and talk just in Swiss German. Nice idea, but I'm not perfect in Swiss German. Maybe in Bavarian, but I think like to talk shortly about this term. This will just achieve the best ones. I'm not the best alpinist. I'm not. but I'm really persistent, and if I like set a goal, I really focus on reaching that goal. And I think that's kind of the key. Just like set your goal, look what you need for that, and just focus to 100% on this goal. And then I think the chances are high that you reach your goal. And that's what I want to tell you. It's not about being the best. It's just being about 100% passionate, focused, and willing to reach that goal. And then I'm pretty optimistic that you will have high chances to reach the goal. Then Grizzly wants to know what's about these bonus peaks and why are they not counting? I just like did one video with the Alphubel, and the bonus peaks was like because I already climbed the Alphubel 2020, and to just like talk once again about the project. The 21 and 21 meant when I started the year 2021, there were 21 4,000 meter peaks in Switzerland I hadn't climbed before. And the goal of the 21 and 21 project was to have climbed all 4,000 meter peaks within Switzerland, which are 48. And that's why a peak like the Alphubel I climbed already before doesn't count for the 21 and 21 because I already climbed it. And yeah, that's the background. I just like wanted to talk about this again because when I read the or when I talked to people, I realized that often people didn't really understand the whole thing about the 21 and 21, that it was about to climb all 4,000 meter peaks in Switzerland at least once. And yeah, that's why I wanted to tell it. Then KCS Poseidon wants to know, what did you learn on the project? And which kind of mistakes did you do that you wouldn't do again today? What did I learn? I understand now why most other athletes that do project like that have a media team or a photographer and filmer with them, which is documenting the whole journey and not doing it all the same stuff on their own. So that's what I learned, and I'm not sure if I would do it again. For sure, vlogging is easy, but yeah, it's pretty hard if you plan everything, do everything, and film everything and cut all the films again. So yeah, not sure if I would do it again, but it was a good experience. In terms of mountaineering, there were not really big mistakes, I think. So I think I did the best what I could to reduce the risk to the minimum, and yeah, I think that's all things what I can do, and so I didn't do, in my opinion, any bigger mistakes on planning and doing the tours. And then Johannes Eck wants to know, have you been afraid on one of the tours in terms of exposition and the climbs? And he talks about the Weisshorn, and yeah, it's funny, and it's really cool that he realized that, because on the Weisshorn climb, I wasn't too confident. I felt in the morning when we started that I need to be careful. I knew that, and the ridge was really exposed, and it felt on this day way more exposed. And you know, I'm pretty used to exposure, so that's my daily business. That's when I usually go trail running, scrambling. I'm dealing with exposed ridges and climbs all the time, so that's not an issue for me. But in the end, it's always a kind of a mindset, and on the Weisshorn in particular, the high altitude comes also in the focus, because the ridge starts at 3,900 meters and goes all the way up to 4,100 meters. Then you have the snow part and the flank up there. So on that day I really didn't feel too confident. That's why we used the rope, and it was really good that Nicola took me on the rope, and I was really thankful for that. Yeah, but you always will have good days and days where things are not too good. I didn't feel like I should turn around, but I knew like it's good to have a good team on this day. And yeah, I think that's what mountaineering is about. That as a team, you work as a team, and you will reach bigger goals as a team. And so I think that's maybe something that I wanna tell you. There's a good quote about that. If you wanna go fast, go alone, and if you wanna go far, go together. And yeah, keep that in mind if you plan a tour or project or whatever, and you will see the team is what matters in the end. Yeah, that was the last question. Thanks a lot for all your questions. I hope the answers helped you a little bit, and I thank you again for watching the series, being part of it. It's been really a lot of fun for me, and also to read all the comments from you and all the feedbacks on Instagram about the whole project. So thanks again, and thanks a ton about that. And yeah, I think now it's time to wish you really wonderful Christmas days and an exciting year 2022. I'll definitely keep you posted here on this channel with more videos. I have some pretty exciting projects already booked for the next year, so definitely look that you have subscribed to this channel. It's totally free. Yeah, it's just like you're not forced to watch my videos, but it will help me to run this channel. So thanks if you have subscribed. It means really a lot to me. And yeah, after this I will show you some more really beautiful moments from the 21 in 21 project, which ends kind of like with this video, because yeah, the year ends and 21 in 21 is history, a really great and successful history. I want to thank all my partners which accompany me on the climbs, which is Tobias, this is Bernd, Mark, this is also Damian, Alex, Adrian, Nicola, and all the people that I actually met on the way, which meant really a lot to me. Thanks again for cheering me on and really following along. This was really cool. And thanks for sure to all my sponsors. Thanks to Mammut, thanks to Scarpa, thanks to Gloryfy, thanks to Suunto, and thanks to the Heat Company, and thanks to Insta360 for giving me really incredible gear, which makes things definitely a little bit easier when you're out in the field in harsh conditions. Yeah, so thanks for watching. I hope to see you in this next video, and yeah, that's it. And have a wonderful day, and see you soon somewhere outside or on this channel in the next video. Cheers!
-5 below, and I'm still here. I'm freezing cold, but I will wait. I hold my breath till I turn